In this video, I'm going to answer the question, what is an exponent? An exponent is simply a convention that we use for a special case in multiplication. More specifically, it's when we multiply the same number together two or more times. Most of the time when we multiply two numbers together, we write it this way, using a multiplication symbol in the middle. So 3 times 3, and we can say that's 9. Or even when we're going to multiply the same number multiple times together, 3 times 3 times 3 times 3, we can say 3 times 3 is 9, 9 times 3 is 27, and 27 times 3 is 81. But instead of writing this out this many times, we call this expanded form when we go ahead and write this 3 times 3 times 3 times 3 because it shows all the numbers we're multiplying together. However, when you multiply the same number by itself over and over, we can use an exponent to shorten what we have to write. So instead of writing 3 times 3, we can say 3 to the power of 2, or we say 3 squared. Now this 2 up here is called the exponent, and it's going to be a smaller number, and it's going to be raised up a little higher. So this 3 is the base, and this 2 here is the exponent. And this means that we're going to take 3 and multiply it by itself, use it as a factor, and multiply it twice. So down here when we have 3 times 3 times 3 times 3 equals 81, we can rewrite it as 3 to the power of 4. Again, 3 is going to be our base because that's our factor that we're multiplying over and over, and the 4 here is going to be our exponent. And that tells us how many times we're going to multiply 3 by itself. So let's look at an example. If we have 5 to the power of 3, or we call this 5 cubed, we can rewrite this in expanded form and say 5 times 5 times 5. And the way we can solve this, or simplify it, is 5 times 5 is 25, and then times 5 more is going to be 125. Okay, another example is if we have 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. And how can we rewrite that in exponential form? Well, our base is 2 because we're multiplying 2 over and over and over again. And we're multiplying it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. So I'll say it's 2 to the power of 5. One more example looks like something like this. We can combine them, and what if we had 3 to the power of 3 times 2 to the power of 4? What exactly is this going to look like? So we have 3 as a base, and 3 is this exponent, and then we're going to multiply that times 2, which is the base, and 4, which is the exponent. So if we put this in expanded form, it'll look like 3 times 3 times 3, because we need 3 3's, and then times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2, because we need 4 2's. And then we could just go ahead and multiply this all out. I won't take the time to do that, but that's what this looks like in expanded form. So that is the definition of an exponent, and that's how we use them.